With these shapes, you have to look at how these extra yellows are positioned to be able to get the fish. In this case, I think it's like this, where the two are on their left, and these ones are on the top and bottom, the yellow ones. But you'll see from the picture, you'll understand better. And then you have to do this formula, which is r prime up to r, up r prime, up r prime, r. You know, whatever the formula I just gave you. I don't really know what the prime is. I just do it. But see here, you got the fish, and that's the shape we're looking for to fill these last three corners. Now with the fish, it's the same formula as the one I just gave you. It depends. You want to aim your fish either to the top left or to the bottom right. And the way you know how to aim it, I've given you the pictures, but if you want to remember, if you can put a yellow on the bottom, on the right side, then you aim your fish to the right. And if you can put a yellow on the left side, then you aim your fish to the top left. In this case, it's to the right side, and I know that the formula for this is the same as the one we just did, which is r prime up to r, up r prime, up r. So you can see now the top is done. Yeah, so like I was saying, as you can see now, the top is done, and I'm sorry, I've been editing my clip before I'm doing this last part, and I've realized that my cube wasn't always centered, so I'm going to try to keep it as centered as possible. I've edited the clip, and I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem, but I just want to say I'm sorry for that, so I'll try to keep it as centered as possible as I can. Alright, so now the top is done, and we're trying to fill this last row here. What we can do for this is, you're going to have a lot of different types, but if you have a corner like this, like 2 orange and let's say 2 blue, or whatever the colors are, because you might not always have the yellow on top, what you can do for this is easy. All you can do is, you do x, pardon me, and x is a rotation of the cube as you were doing r. So r is this, but instead of just doing r, you do x, which is the whole cube. And you do this following. You do x, r2, d2, ru, r prime, d2, r, u prime, r. Okay, and that's one thing you can do, and usually it doesn't work the first time, but you still have your corner, and I'm willing to bet $1,000 that when I do it now, it's going to solve the cube. So you do the same thing. You do x, r2, d2, r, u, r prime, d2, r, u prime, and r. So now the cube is solved. I'm just going to show, because that's an easy way. If you have a corner done, as I told you, do this formula either once or twice, and it's going to solve the cube for sure. I'm just going to do it again, just to show you the different things you can do. You have your top done, and if you don't have a corner, I'm sorry. If you don't have a corner, you might have something else like this. I'm just going to try to mix it up to try to show you. Okay, let's say you don't have the corner, okay? And it's all mixed up in the bottom like this. What you can do is use this formula to try and make a corner, okay? Let's say, look at this. Now what could you do with this? You see there's 2 red here, and you could have a corner if there would be a blue here. So what you want to do is, you put the red face in back, and you want to have that blue corner done, so you could have your corner. The blue middle, I mean. So the blue middle you're looking for is right here. And with this formula, what you're going to do basically is exchange these 3 middles, either clockwise or counterclockwise, one spot. So either the green's going to go here, the orange is going to go here, and the blue is going to go here, or the blue is going to go there, the orange here, and the green there, etc., etc. So basically that is what you want to do. You want the blue on this side. So what you do is F2, and then depending on which way you want the turning to be, you're going to go either U or U prime, okay? But in this case, the blue we want is going to go this way, so we do U, L and R prime, F2, L prime, pardon me, R, again clockwise like the first time you did the U, so U, and then F2 again. So see what it does here? It changed the 3, but now your blue's in the right spot, and you still have that corner, so you can do X, R2, D2, RU, R prime, D2, R, U prime, R. And it solved the cube. What you I don't really know how to make it, but what you can also have is you could have the back face done. Let's say green is going to be the back face. You could have one whole face done and all the corners correct. So all you'd be missing is these 3 corners. You'd see that this is all the wrong spot. Oh, I think I could do that really. Wait, one. Let's say I can do this. Oh, there you go. So see what I mean? Like you could have after doing the fish, you could end up with something like this, which is the easiest thing to do because you already have one corner done, one face done, and all you have to do is switch those 3 middles, because you see the corners are all done. So you'd want the blue here, the red there, and the orange here. So what you do is you do the same formula I just gave you. You do F2, and since the blue is going to go here in the front, the blue is on the side, it's going to go in the front. So what you want to do is turn your face counterclockwise this time. So it's F2, U prime counterclockwise, and then it's always R prime, F2, R prime, U prime again, the same direction, and then F2 again, and it just solved your cube. I say you'll see something weird with this formula. You'll see that I say this, the left side towards me is L, and it's not L prime. The right side towards me is L prime, but this is clockwise and this is clockwise also. So this is L and this is L prime, okay? So in the formula, don't be mixed up, and when it says L prime, don't go doing like this, because that is L, and R prime, that's R, and that's R prime. So I hope this helps. If you want to practice, you could just do as I did. You do F2 up any direction, as long as you do up the same direction both times. Then L towards you, right towards you, F2, L towards back, right towards the back, up the same direction, and F2 again to finish. And then you'll have this same situation, and then you can practice doing it as long as you want, and you'll see at one point it will become very easy and you'll be able to finish the cube. So I hope this helps, and have fun.